Test sound level. All right, let's do this. My apologies for the delay. Some bad news came into here to Hypertexthero HQ. I'm not gonna go into it right now, but let's just say that yeah, change of plans for next week, and we're gonna be going to Michigan instead of Seattle. A dear person has left us, and change of plans. I'm gonna keep flying here. And do my best to continue bringing the joy here into the digital world. We'll start up the plane. We are off to deliver more VIPs.
Transporter from dispatch. We have a VIP in hurry. It is important they are flown to their destination without delay.
Copy that, dispatch. This is Hypertexthero 1. I'm going to get the weight as necessary. As specified with the VIP, we need 347 on the payload. So let's do it. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I was gonna do IL2, but I decided to stick with this right now. 347 will give him a little bit of baggage here. Give him 27 kilos, and that should be good. And what I realized after I last mission finished, I was like, whoa, Rio is not looking good in this flight sim. But what happened is I remember I got this message during the mission that that the bandwidth was too low or something. So the Microsoft data, like this over here, general. If your Microsoft Flight Simulator is not looking as good as you see on the screenshots, often it's this is the issue. You go to data and you make sure that Bing data world graphics is activated. Sometimes if your bandwidth if your internet is having some trouble, it gets automatically turned off, the Bing data world graphics. All those wonderful graphics don't get streamed in, and everything starts looking like a flight simulator from 20 years ago. So that's what happened, and I think that's why, I mean, I thought the Rio must look better than this, right? So we're gonna do the same mission. There's another VIP that wants to be delivered to Copacabana Beach there. We're gonna do the same mission. We're gonna go and travel over there. And I apologize for starting late. There was some bad news here, some health issues. We're gonna basically change a plan next week. We're going to Michigan. We're not going to Seattle. Okay. But okay, let's keep going here. I'm going to go to resume, and we're gonna turn on the BN2 Islander. Everything is green except the engine is not on, so we're gonna turn on the engine. And we're here in Sierra Bravo Juliet Romeo Jacarepaguá airfield. Let's start down here as we often do. We turn the generators and the battery on. We'll make sure the ammeter is on the green. It is. We can turn on the avionics, and we can turn on the fuel valves, auxiliary fuel pumps, the port mags, everything activated, and we start with the starboard engine. Well, let's make sure that we have the RPM a little bit forward. Looking good. Put it all the way. And oh, before I start the engine, I'm gonna lose that little bonus because I forgot the lights, but that's all right. No big deal. I am in debt here in this video game now because I took a loan to buy this airplane. We're gonna have to pay this debt off.
Boarding VIP.
Copy that, dispatch. I'm gonna talk to tower and request
Hello.
taxi.
Hello.
Hey YT, how are you, man? Hey Sheepa. Wish GPUs would go back to normal prices, want to upgrade but can't because they are at silly prices. I know, man. It's been like more than a year that's been like that, right? It's been like since what, April or March or May last year.
Transporter, VIP on board. You are clear to go.
Yeah, it's once they're back to normal, I'm upgrading. What are you going for? What are you looking at? What would you like to get if you could right now? Copy that. Acknowledge the taxi clearance. 2-1 via taxiway A, Hypertexthero 1. Alright. And we'll tune to the tower and we'll request takeoff clearance once we get to the takeoff place. Not a clue at the moment. Thank you, Tio Pernas. How are you? Bom dia, boa tarde. Yeah, a little late today. I apologize for that. Some bad news from our family, some very sad news, but I'm not going to get into it on the stream here because I want to bring joy to the world right now. We'll leave the sadness to outside of the digital world at the moment, alright? GPU prices are dropping in Netherlands. That's good to know, Shipa. Alright, checking if I have the controls here. I do. Alright, I'm going to control B. And let's start taxiing this this little airplane. In Jacarepaguá, Aeroclube. Watch out, watch out. This airplane is excited to fly. She wants to jump off the runway here. These two Lycoming engines, they give a lot of thrust. Very, like, all of a sudden you feel like the airplane is lurching forward. A lot of power. These two engines. Thanks, Chupernas. Yeah, it's you know, that's life. You're here one moment, you're gone the next, so you have to make every day count. Bring some joy in every day. Shipa says a 380 Ti is now 2K. Oh, and 3080s are anything from 2K to 1600. Wow. For my 2070S, I paid $500 back in when was it? No, that like July last year, and now it's like twice the price. Okay, we're holding short. Let's tell ATC that we're ready. Yeah, that's a lot of money for a video card. Wow. Clear for takeoff, runway 21, Hypertexthero 1. We'll take a look out there, see if anything is gonna smash into us. FDego, Ronaldinho, talvez. O Ronaldinho. Esse é Ronaldinho Gaúcho ou esse é Ronaldinho, o Fenômeno? I'm not sure which soccer player that person is referring to, but is one of the greats. So we're gonna turn this thing off and we're gonna... I lived in Rio for 2 or 3 years when I was a kid. My brother lives in Rio, so I know the city pretty well. I know where we're going. We're going to Copacabana. I don't even need to look at nav maps, anything like that. We're just gonna fly right over there. Flaps takeoff position, full power. We are go, ladies and gentlemen. Paid less than 2K for 3090. Well, 2K is a lot of money for a video card, so I've never paid more than like $500 for a video card, and so I do not envy. If you are in this situation right now that you're that, you know, that there's these shortages, and apparently there's gonna be shortages of other stuff. Yeah, I just got really lucky. I built a new computer right before the pandemic shortage started hitting. And here we go. There's a Clear dos Bandeirantes to the south. Here's an Avenida das Américas. We're gonna be flying over Barra da Tijuca. Oh, collision failure, motor. Oh, and this is my first failure, ladies and gentlemen. We got a collision failure. There's a motor failure. What happened? What happened? Collision failure, heading panel. Okay, heading panel. What motor failed? We still seem to be okay. The engines is... oh dear. Okay, I turned on... I noticed the other day that before starting today, that I hadn't turned on the failures in Neopad. But that scared the hell out of me. We're still flying. It said motor. I don't know what motor because let's take a look at the how's the. Oh dear. Wait. No, we're good. The fuel flow manifold pressure seems okay. Should I turn back? You know, this VIP is gonna get angry, and I do need to make money because I took a loan to get this airplane back after the crash earlier today. So I'm just gonna keep going. We do have 2 engines, so hopefully we'll be able to fly with just one. That was one of the simulated failures that you have with Neofly Y2 Mystical. The first one, I realized I hadn't enabled them in the settings. Because I've had Neofly for a while, so they keep putting updates, and sometimes I forget to tick on something, you know. And I had forgotten to take on something is happening with the airplane. I don't know. I think one engine is a little bit lower than the other one right now. This, if you look at the RPM gauge here, one engine seems to be doing is a little off. The port engine seems a little off. We're gonna do our best to take this VIP even with this failure, although I may have to turn back. We do have 2 engines. That's a good thing about this airplane. Yeah, look at that fuel flow. I think basically the fuel flow to the port engine is maybe the motor, the fuel pump. Even though that's off, I don't know. The left engine is having a bit of trouble right now. Copy that. Chuperna says, I needed the 3090 not only for games without going to NVIDIA's Tesla car. It's the only one that has 24 GB of RAM. Whoa. I needed to work also. Do you work like with video editing or something, or AI stuff with coding? Chupernas? Yeah, I mean the best. I love having the best GPU I can afford. That's you know, more power. I mean I use 3D modeling. All right, awesome. Okay, ATC is upset here. Chakarep Tower, Hypertexthero 1, acknowledging frequency change, and notice that I have a potential left engine failure here. I'm still gonna keep going with the mission, but just be advised, over. Side gig, awesome. 3D modeling. Hey, you know what I saw the other day? That river, I never knew about this, but apparently what's it called? War Thunder. They have this I apologize for my erratic flying right now, but I'm just trying to do a couple of things at once here with the music. War Thunder has a program where they take user submitted 3D models for airplanes and they will pay you, which is, I don't know how much I think it's between 3,000 and 10,000 euros or something. But that's interesting. So you can you know, you can make a 3D model of an airplane, you submit it to them. If they accept it, they pay you money. There's probably something more involved with that, and if you're gonna spend a lot of time on a 3D model, you probably want to be guaranteed that you're gonna get paid. But maybe that's how they have so many airplanes, you know. And a Microsoft Flight Simulator too. Blender mainly. When Blender runs out of RAM, it crashes, no warning or nothing. Hope it has a good autosave. There's Botafogo. There's Ipanema Beach. It's looking better now. I got the data working again. There's the Jockey Club. You can run around. There's that weird, I think this is sort of a graphical bug. Sometimes you see the horizon going through the mountains here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It doesn't happen everywhere, but sometimes it does.
Transporter, VIP landing zone at 3 miles.
Copy that. Dispatch, we're over Ipanema, getting to Copacabana shortly, and going in for landing on the beach. I will do a couple of little flypasts to warn the beachgoers to clear the runway. Over. Oh, it's a bug on this thing is a bug, right? Oh, that's awesome. You do 3D modeling, chill partners. I'm a 2D world. I'm a graphic designer. I lost my job last year of the pandemic, but that's my general gig. I appreciate 3D work very, very much. It goes a bit over my head, and it's I'm gonna stick with a 2D, but Here you go. Copacabana Beach, ladies and gentlemen. We have to land around there. Let's just confirm the landing position. But I think this stuff is works of art, you know, 3D modeling in these airplanes, and it's just wonderful to have this combination of graphics, sound, 3D models, writing and programming to bring us these works of arts in another golden age of flight simulators right now. Okay, so we have to land right around there. There's this Cristo Redentor out there here in Rio de Janeiro. Beautiful city. And let's see if this Copacabana Beach is looking a little better after that morning stream, the afternoon one. They already acknowledged it and are working on a solution. That's good. I heard the Blender developers are really... Oh, are you talking about this bug, the Microsoft, the Neofly one? Okay, that's good because, yeah, I've noticed that for a while. The horizon, copy that. Alright. We do have the landing rate guesses activated. My airplane does have some sort of malfunction, so that... And I even changed the chance like 2% instead of the default 15%, and what happens? I get a left engine failure here. Granted, Martin Heyho, so hyped for DC6. Yeah, I was watching Fabio's, the Flying Fabio's stream. Beautiful airplane. It reminds me of a C-47, but instead of a tail dragger, it has tricycle landing gear and 4 powerful engines instead of just 2. Okay, there's the landing rate leaderboard. I think I did put Sheepus's 2 wins over there, and I do think that SimToolkit Pro bot joined us. Let me just do predict to see if it's activated. Yep, it's there. All right. So if you want to come in for a prediction here, I'm going to come in for a landing at Copacabana Beach. It's a helicopter mission, but I'm just calling it a BN2 Islander because it does have the short takeoff and landing capability. This beautiful little metal seagull here that we're flying over this beautiful city, Rio de Janeiro, in Brazil, where my brother lives, where I've spent a couple of wonderful years in my life, and it's been way too long since I've gone back. We were going to go back last year, but then the pandemic, you know, it put all through. The pandemic caused us to open the little window and throw our plans out of the window, you know. With the update of the Wise sound update coming to this plane end of this month, when we open this window, the sound's going to get louder, and when you close it, it's going to go down again. It's not available yet, but it's coming. DC-3 C-47, yeah. C-47 coming out for Altitude Sturmovik. That'll be fun. Flaps to down. Let's turn on the auxiliary fuel pump on both on the port and starboard sides. We'll turn on the landing lights to get those turrets. Are they on? Oh, I just left them on. I hadn't even turned them off. Let's turn on the strobes to really let people know. Oh shit! Excuse me. Let people know we're coming in for this landing here on. Let's leave the flaps at takeoff just until we clear this hill here, because I did have a failure in the beginning of this flight. If you weren't here, my first ever failure in Neofly. Some engine and the heading indicator failed. A motor failure. I don't know. It's some sort of auxiliary motor, but the engine's still turning. But look, it's that one. The pressure there's a little off for the port. It keeps fluctuating the left engine. So there is something that went wrong here. All right, here we come. Full flaps. Beautiful Copacabana Beach here in Rio de Janeiro. They need to improve the sound of BN2 button clicks. The L19 still doesn't have them? Oh dear. Okay. Oh, I thought that they did a bunch of updates for the L19 and it was doing good. Apparently it's coming end of this month. I hope so, because yeah, I missed the little clicky switches, you know. But still very enjoyable, and it's a plane close to my heart, so I decided to jump in head first without you know, reading reviews. And I think it's that big building over there, so I'm just gonna turn this off. Still looking a little bit I turned on the graphics, but still, you know, looking a little. I'm looking forward to a Brazil update here, a Brazil world update, South America world update. I mean, South America is a big place, you know. Maybe they'll do country by country. And here he comes. Yeah, super quiet. The bird dog. It's like a military Cessna, right? Oh. Alright, alright. Very responsive on the vertical of the throttle here.
Nice landing. Close enough.
There you go,
Set your parking
120.
brake on.
Copy that, dispatch. Let's move a little bit further here because we're gonna just take off right here. With one engine malfunction, we're gonna go back to Jacarepaguá, land, and then have the engineers look at this aeroplane here. Flaps to takeoff position. Parking brake activated. And there it is, the famous characteristic statue of Rio de Janeiro, Cristo Redentor, the Christ the Redeemer, given to the city by the French. And look at that, there's like a little
Transporter, all VIP are disembarked.
there's a
You can
little
take off.
a little umbrella out of someone's building there. My brother, he works around Botafogo here. Over there, over that mountain. We can fly over in a little bit. Gorgeous city. We have the Bondinho over there. The Sugarloaf Mountain, made famous by a few movies, including Moonraker with Roger Moore, James Bond. Most people say their favorite James Bond is Sean Connery. My favorite is Roger Moore. Alright. Flap is a takeoff position. We have some issue with a port engine here with this failure. You can see like all the dials, some fuel flow issues over there, manifold pressure issues, but we have the other engine that's still in tip-top shape, so we're just gonna put full power. I'm just gonna go take off straight this direction with the landing brake released. I mean the parking brake released. Plenty of space. We're in a BN2 Islander. Only one engine. So not as much power, let's not forget that. Hopefully we'll be able to make it. Hopefully we'll be able to make it. And we're off.
Fly safe.
Yeah, I'm missing. Look at that left propeller there. You see that? Low power after that failure. Low power. This is a little bit dangerous what I'm doing here, but and I'm on a loan and I have a loan to play for this airplane. Sean first, Roger second, Daniel Craig third. Oh, that's good. At least you got Roger in a second. Yeah, I like Daniel Craig. Oh my god, and here comes Iceberg for all with a raiding party. Whoopa! Iceberg, thanks so much for the raid. Thank you for this raid, Iceberg. A kind gentleman that has taught me so much here. Has taught me about autopilot. Has taught me about a little bit of VOR, has taught me about you know, bearings on the like this little orange thing and the heading bug on the compass. An amateur like me wouldn't have gone far up in the civilian flight simulator skies here without someone like Iceberg with a lot of patience to help me along. Hey, 2 or 200, I'll take it. Thank you very much. How are you doing, Galaxia? That big tree starts very little. That's right. It starts with a little seed, then it pops out of the ground, and it's a very pretty little, you know, bud. And here you go, and then it grows into a huge tree later. Isn't that amazing? Isn't life amazing? Lots of beautiful trees here in Rio de Janeiro. This is the Mata Atlântica, the Atlantic Forest. Hopefully we're gonna keep cutting less and less trees and planting more of them. Famous Brazilian photographer called Sebastião Salgado has a farm out here where he basically, it's not a farm, it's just like a land that he just plants trees at, and it's you know, he did some he did work for questionable advertising companies when he was younger, like cigarette companies and stuff, so he is giving back by planting the trees, and that's good. We're flying over Ipanema. My brother works around here. That's the Botafogo Lagoon. This is Botafogo over here. A lot of great music comes from this part of the world. We've got bossa nova, we've got samba, many joyous people. Even with all of Brazil's problems, you're always going to find people who are smiling, who are happy out here because of the weather, because of the good food, because of the kindness of a lot of human beings living in this place. And Iceberg, I'm gonna fly right now, right by that big rock that I jumped off like some crazy, you know, deranged person. After talking to a guy on the beach for 10 minutes, he convinced me to get in his Fusca and his VW Beetle, or BF Weevil if you play GTA Online. Drive all the way up there from the São Conrado beach, drove up, and then strap myself to a hang glider and jump off with him flying it. Right here is Rocinha, the largest shanty town in North America. I've been up there too. You can take tours, organized tours. You're going to be safer in Rocinha than in Copacabana. If you're worried about crime, you're going to be safer in Rocinha because, you know, the gang leaders down there, they don't want any trouble in Rocinha, you know. If they're going to go steal a Rolex from a tourist who will wear silly enough to wear a Rolex in Rio de Janeiro, then you're gonna have problems in Copacabana, not in Rocinha. It's Rocinha, an example of the disparity of wealth in Brazil and other countries. You have very poor people who live there, and then you have very rich people who live right here. This is missing tall buildings. There should be some tall buildings over here. The Black Shark Eye is missing those here, but there's a golf club here. American School is over here too. I have a good friend, childhood friend, whose mom lives around here, I think. Copy that, Icebird. Hang gliding, huh? Oh, okay, talking to Grantiger. Yeah, hang gliding. Okay, it's right here. This is where the asa delta, they say in Portuguese, or the hang gliders jump off. They jump off from one of these rocks here, and they land down there at the beach. If you go to my Instagram, I put pictures of me doing that back like almost 20 years ago. It's like, I think it's right here, the rock. I think it's right here somewhere. I don't think it's modeled in the sim until Asobo Studios comes to the world update number, hopefully, I don't know, 6. Then maybe we'll see Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I think it's right there, maybe. I think it's right, yeah, right there. That's the rock. That's where the hang gliders jump from. One of them, Pedra Bonita. Right there. Right there. Alright, and now we're crossing over to another part of the town. It's Barra da Tijuca. This part of town has a particular name too. I forget the name. If there's a lot of traffic, and there's a lot of tunnels here. If there's a lot of traffic in the tunnels, you can take a road that goes up there. It takes longer, but it's quite pretty. They reveal the next update region tomorrow? For real? Oh, that's exciting. Chipa says, sounds like you talk 10 minutes, get taken by a mystery person to hang on a flying, non-checked death trap without insurance. Hey, I survived, you know, it was amazing, but when I look back, I was like, yeah, that was pretty, because, oh my god, an Icebird for all, an applause, cover your ears, Icebird, an applause for Icebird joining us on the stream here. On a little airplane, I'm not sure what airplane that is. Let's see what they're breaking tomorrow. I hope it's Brazil, but, you know, more of Europe. Italy would be nice. Although Rome is looking pretty good already. My mom lives in Rome. And I've been very lucky, very, very, very lucky to live in a few of the great cities in the world. I live in Rio de Janeiro. I lived in Rome. Right now, I lived in Oakland, across the bay from San Francisco. And right now, I live in New York City. You know, sometimes get a little tired of New York, but still here. We'll see if we can find a job by September. If we can't, then we're gonna have to move again. Bolinha! Bravo Mike out there. That means little ball in Portuguese. When you put a inha or inho in the end of Brazilian words, the diminutive, it makes something small, you know, or large. This beautiful BN2 Islander flying around here. Let's try to turn around and see if we can spot Icebird out there somewhere. Flying about. Barra da Tijuca, beautiful beach. When I lived there years ago, it wasn't, a lot of the roads there was no asphalt. It was just sand or dirt roads. Now there's more asphalt, it's much more built up. Oh man, I'm sorry, look, I promise you that as soon as I'm done with the stream, I'm gonna go and install that. I keep forgetting to do that. Maybe even during the stream, I'll go out, I'll install it and come back in, because I want to see that airplane. Alright, okay. We have this damaged engine here. Let's talk to Jacarepaguá Tower and let's tell them we're coming in. Jacarepaguá, Sierra Bravo Juliet Romeo, request full stop landing. Hey, and there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Icebird is flying a chopper. We're gonna stop. We're gonna get out of Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're gonna install the chopper. And we're gonna come back in and watch it. Okay? It's been too long that I've been promising to do that, and I keep forgetting. Lovely thing about this Islander is that it has this GNS 530. I criticize the user interface, but it is super useful to just be able to, instead of having to open up the map there, you just look here. There you go, and you see where it is. There it is. I've already spotted it. Right over there. The Icebird flying around in his chopper that's looking like a plane. We're going to rectify that shortly. Did he say left traffic? Okay. So I think left traffic is this side here, right? I always get confused. Which is left traffic and which is right traffic? And is it based on my... Is there a general rule which one is left and which one is right? I always get confused, and that would be something I have to also rectify before I attempt to get into a real airplane one day. We'll fly over Jacarepaguá Aeroclube here. I think there's a lot of ultralights that take off here, and they will fly over Barra da Tijuca and Recreio dos Bandeirantes, either pulling big advertising banners or just flying around for the joy of it. Alright, we're gonna land on 2-1, I think.
Hypertexthero 1 wind 242 at 10. Cleared to land runway 21.
Clear to land, runway 21, Hypertexthero 1. I'm gonna land off takeoff flaps because I'm a little bit concerned about this malfunction engine. Here you can see the engine is malfunctioning from the outside view. It's spinning a little less fast than the other one. Hey, yeah, I love ultralights too. I think if I do get a flying license at some point, it's gonna be for ultralights because I have to be honest with myself. I'm never, you know, unless I win the lottery or something, I'm never gonna be able to afford to fly, you know, general aviation planes regularly. I may get the license, but then to pay to fly them regularly, the ultralights will be much more economic. And I think it's a different license, right? For ultralight, I'm not sure about that, but I assume it's a different type of license from flying like a 152 or something. Alright, let's just put full down flap now. Not a very long runway. There's Icebird. And we're gonna try to bring her down nice and gently here over 2-1. It's like something, an episode from the X-Files.
Almost done. Secure the plane.
What was that? 181, okay. Yeah, I'm doing some hide landings on this thing. Copy that, air traffic control.
Hypertexthero 1 contact ground on 121.6.
Oh, look. It's like an episode of the X-Files here, you know, the floating airplane. And we're going to rectify that right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go and install this Airbus that Icebird has been telling me about for ages. Like, why don't you install this? You know, then you'll be able to see it in the game. And he's right. And I just keep forgetting it. Did you copy? Jacarepaguá Tower, I acknowledge the ground handoff. Fantastic. Ooh, let's not crash into that little light there. It looks better as a floating plane. Should I just keep it like this? It's like the X-Files here, you know, the floating aeroplane. It is pretty spooky. Oh, watch out, the truck here. Watch out for the I don't want to make this thing explode. This is one of my favorite new airplanes, Microsoft Flight Simulator, right in front of me, a PT-17 trainer aerocraft. Let's just park right next to it. Just bought this the other day. It was like 15 bucks or something. Very nice little airplane. The only thing I'm disappointed in, it's not it's a little bit of disappointment because I read a book about this fighter pilot getting his solo flight in this airplane. The flight simulation doesn't model snap rolls. I can't do a snap roll with it. It's probably my problem. There you go, an Iceberg coming right in with us. As a reward for Iceberg joining us here, I am going to right now take you through the installation process of a free helicopter here. But first, let's put the parking brake on.
Transporter, VIP mission ended. Thanks for your efficiency.
My pleasure, air traffic control. Spooky physics. Hypertexthero 1 did copy. Sounds like you're talking to a mouse for some reason. Over. Copy that, Iceberg. I actually am talking to a mouse, and I thought this was just kind of an interesting idea that I have a mouse button mapped for one of my radio static messages. So here I am. Thanks. Let's do it, Iceberg. Iceberg for all. Sheepa, Timmy Thumb, Rantigan Martin, Two Pernas, YT Misty, and of course, Galaxia Cat. Thank you for being here. There's probably some other people out there that I'm missing. But look at that. The engine failed. It just stopped. The other engine failed. That's funny. Okay, well, let's turn everything off. The mags are off. Fuel's off. Everything's off. Avionics are off. And right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the installation live on stream of this. Let's switch to display capture. And let's go and download this helicopter. I'm gonna have to quit Microsoft Flight Simulator because we're installing something new here. You can take a look at Neofly. We now have $46,000. We have a loan that we have to pay off, $100,000. So we better start doing some long-range missions and getting paid a lot of money because there's a 2% interest there that's gonna keep going up until you pay it off. That's why they say pay off your loans, you know. All right, but I'm gonna quit Neofly as well. Rip ears. Oh, the helicopter is super loud. Is that what you're? I'll stick with English. Thank you. Airbus. Very kind of Iceberg to introduce us to this free helicopter. Okay. Let's download 1.3. Hype Performance Group. Let's keep some music going here. I'll go from the beginning here. Download has started. Okay. I don't know why this happens sometimes. When I click on my OBS Twitch chat, it gives me like a window with no address bar, which is quite annoying. I don't know how to rectify that, so I'm just going to open another Firefox browser window. I try to support open source software that, you know, I like Firefox. Let's just try to do this. Let's close that. And let's copy Iceberg's link and paste it here so I can have my address bar. Thank you. English. Just try Vivaldi as the best one to browse. Vivaldi browser? Haven't heard of that one. I heard of Brave. I haven't tried Vivaldi. For real? Is it like an open source one? Hype. The Airbus Hotel 135 helicopter project. Current version 1.3 by the Hype Performance Group. Oh, and here you go. I think I had just forgotten to click Save File. Today I updated the Nav data reader for Neofly. You can that's the cool thing about Neofly. Also, it lets you input all the stuff you add. New airplanes and new airport data. It lets you quite easily import stuff to update the Neofly airports data, the Neofly navigation data, Neofly airplanes. You can just bring all that into that mod. MCR and Taki, howdy. Hypertexthero dropped in on my stream before. I think I remember. Let me double check because, you know, as I start having more people drop by and I drop by at other places, you know, sometimes I forget. Yes.
Hey guys, good afternoon.
Hey Taki, here's Mr. Taki. Jude with no filter, loves warships and flies for a living. Awesome. Well, I'll give you a follow for dropping by over here. Thanks for dropping by. I'll come by and see you sometime. All right. Chi, like Tai Chi. Alright. And thanks for the follow back. Tochi in the house, ladies and gentlemen. The Rocinante. Taki. Rocinante was the horse from that famous novel. What was it? Rocinante. Don Quixote de la Mancha. Rocinante forma Taki. Got it, okay. Awesome, I'm glad that Sheepa's here to get it. You know, I'm not afraid to show my ignorance, but you know, you can only know so much, you can only read so many books. I actually haven't read Don Quixote, it's on my list. Did this finish downloading? It has. Let's go check it out. It's only 352 uncompressed. I'm just gonna... Let's just drag that over to my the Microsoft Flight Simulator turn off. It has. So let's just drag that over to my community folder over here. Here, let me just copy that. I'll just do this. I'll just copy that. Here, I'll just extract all. And let's just go put it in my Foxtrot game disk. Microsoft Flight Simulator community project. I'm gonna select the photo right there. I'm gonna click extract. The HPG Hype Power Group, Hype Performance Group, Hotel 135 Airbus helicopter project. I think of Airbuses, I think of jets. I didn't know they made choppers too. Where will you start? I'm gonna start right here at Jacarepaguá, SBJR. James Mill, okay, hold up. Don Quixote fighting windmills as an imaginary knight. Yeah, I heard it's amazing. My partner Amber, she's read that book I think a couple of times. One of the classics, right? But James Miller is the name from The Expanse. Fighting fights can't win. The Expanse is a TV series it's the one in the solar system, right? That is on my list of things to watch too. I have not seen The Expanse. I heard it's pretty good. Thanks for the mention. Yeah, you'll want to drop by this afternoon. I got goodies too. Oh, cool. All right. Yeah. Yeah. If I'm around, I'll drop by later. Thanks for dropping by, Tochi. Very kind of you to drop by, and thanks for the follow as well. Okay. Did that appear over there? Let's see. Let's see. There it is. The Airbus is there. I'm not gonna fly it right now. I'm gonna stick with the BN2 Islander right now. Or maybe you could try to fly it. Why not? But let's fire up Microsoft Flight Simulator again. And I mean, the last time I flew a helicopter, well, I play Arma with friends sometimes, and I fly helicopters there. You know, it's not a helicopter flight sim, but it's a pretty good. It feels good though, the way helicopters handle in Arma for a you know, soldier simulator. And I usually fly helicopters and helos in that, and in Grand Theft Auto Online. The last time I flew a helicopter flight sim, I don't even know, maybe... I haven't tried the ones in DCS. Maybe it was like... Me-24 Hind, do you remember that one? That was a long time ago, but maybe that was the last helicopter flight simulator I flew. I flew Apache 2, Jane's Longbow 2. That was a good one back in the day. I'm curious to see how these helos fly. Let's try the helo. So let's try what is this? An H? I keep forgetting the name of this thing. It's an H135 Airbus. H135 Helo in Microsoft Simulator. Let's do that. I'll update the stream description here. DCS isn't bad, but it has a lot to be desired on realism side. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, the older I get, the less I care about exact realism, and the more I care about just fun. Like, I have these, I often have discussions with, I keep asking these, you know, flight sim full real settings aficionados. I keep asking them and to Streamovic to turn on external views because I think it makes it more interesting for the stream. And for me, I like to see these airplanes from the outside. But they're like, no, that will take away from the gameplay. We can't do that. That the realism, you know. And frankly, I care more about the fun than the realism. So, and I mean, let's be honest. How realistic is it for us to be sitting on a chair, flying the airplane? You lose the gravity sensation. You lose the sounds from all around. I think that having external views is fine, and I wish they would turn them on. I would play in the full real service more if they had external views on, I can tell you that. It's just variety, you know, visual variety. Arma fun, Battlefield 4 fun. Okay, never tried Battlefield 4. Flight dynamics wise. Yeah, I don't know. I find DCS fine, you know. I've never flown one of these jets, but I know it has like that yak that's these other airplanes. Oh, my pleasure, Iceberg. Let's try it. Will you take me through the run up to start this up and fly it? Let's try it out. Let's go back to Baja. I mean, I like War Thunder too, and I like that War Thunder has arcade, realistic, and simulator. I like that it has all of those, and I think that makes it more accessible for more people, more money for the developers, you know. But I love I love IL2. I love you know, I haven't gotten deep into DCS. I plan to soon with this new 14-day free thing. All right, let's try this. I usually always paint my planes before I fly them, but I haven't painted this one. There it is, Airbus. It's an odd-looking helicopter. It kind of looks like a pill that you would take for a headache, or like a vitamin. It looks like a vitamin D you would take. Even has the letter D over there, I see. Okay, let's see. Ooh, the US Navy one looks pretty cool. Hype. Bluebird, Airbus, and Hex. The black ones look a little bit too much like something, I don't know, like the black choppers type thing. So I'm gonna go, I kind of like the US Air Force, the US Navy one. Police, let's try this blue one, North 12, oh no, okay, Health Company. SAMU, what's that? Are you in Brazil? I'm in New York City. What's on your hat? This is a track IR head tracking thing, so that when I move my head, it moves it in the helicopter. Here, let's try this one here. Okay, let's go for a Navy one. Why not? Let's do a Navy one. Let's pretend that the U.S. Navy is in Rio de Janeiro doing an exercise or something. Tio Pernas, yes. I'm disappointed to say I can't log into Libya and Microsoft Flight Simulator. The Cessna doesn't have the range to reach an airport. Oh. Yeah, that's a problem of if you're trying to do those treasures. That's a trouble with the Cessna. The actual cap. This is a Tuskegee Airmen P-51C Rise Above cap. There's this wonderful organization called it used to be called Red Tails, but now it's called CAS Rise Above, I think. And I'm a huge fan of the Tuskegee Airmen, so I read this book by one of the Tuskegee Airmen called Harold H. Brown about his experiences becoming a pilot and then flying in World War II, getting shot down, getting captured, getting liberated by Patton in the camps in Germany, and then coming back and becoming a test pilot, flying everything from, you know, PT-17 Stearman to the Sabre and atomic bomb jet. All right, here we go. Let's go. Yeah. No, this is awesome. I can put a link here. Give me a second. I wrote a little bit about... that's what the main reason I bought the Stearman airplane is because I had just finished reading Harold Brown's book. And here is a little post I wrote about it. A little link. Yeah, excellent book. So I bought that airplane because I wanted to fly in it. And what disappointed me in the airplane is that I can't get it. It's probably the problem is right here between my ears. Okay, it's probably my issue that I don't know how to do it properly, but I can't do snap rolls of the PT-17 Stearman as is in Microsoft Simulator right now. And Harold Brown has a description of doing a loop, and on the top of the loop, you know, pulling quickly on the flight stick, like pulling on the flight stick, and giving like left, right rudder or rudder pedals if you have those, and doing a snap roll with the torque of the engine, and then doing like going upside down of the airplane. Where's the little airplane? I have a little airplane here somewhere. Not a Stearman, it's a Pitts, okay, but going up, and then as you're doing the loop, pulling back on the stick, doing a snap roll, and then snap rolling back, and then going back. And I wanted to try that on the Stearman. I haven't been able to do it. You have to look at my Twitch for starting the H shift when you start. Okay, you know what, Icebird, I just started it right on the. Oh, whoa, I'm gonna have to turn the sound down here. Who mentioned that it's loud? It sounds loud. I just put it. I'm just gonna try to fly it. I put it from the runway here, so I'm gonna just try to fly it from the runway. All right. I'm just gonna put full power. Is it back to front? Here's the collective. No, this is the cyclic, and that's the collective. I forget. You can change the mode. Easy Xbox. Basic. Oh, I'm cool with full real mode, but I just need to know how to get the power. Because I'm moving this and it's not going up. Is there the orange button? All right, let's take a look. Ah. I want advanced, please. How to get more power on this engine? I'm moving this thing, but it's not working. I'm gonna drive you crazy, Icebird, by just coming in here and trying to do this. The little yellow buttons. Okay. Stand by. Right and left of the green button. Okay. Wow, this does look. It's all like digital. Oh, here we go. Whew. All right, got it. The left also. I think I did both. Did I only do one? All right. I kind of remember how to fly helicopters. I've spent a lot of time flying helicopters in Arma and Longbow too. All right, look at that. We're flying a chopper, people. And now to the left, there's also a high energy button, a black one. Okay, copy that. This thing. High energy. Okay, nothing's happening there. I keep clicking and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but whoa, and I'm flying. Look at that. This is cool. This is cool. Does this how fast can I fly with this? Am I gonna jump out of the sky with how many knots can I get before I have to worry? Cool. About 150, copy that. Okay, I'll try to stay below 150. Very nice. Nice view too. Oh, here you go. Yes, Tower. I'm sorry that I'm not flying a helicopter here for the first time. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Icebird. Let's try to go down here. The main thing, choppers, it's when if you're not used to them, when you take off, you're gonna start spinning because you know you have like a big whirly thing on top of you, and then the like Newton's laws of physics, that's gonna make the chopper want to turn the other way, and in the back of the chopper you have you have that little fan over there, this little fan, and that's what keeps you going from spinning. and you need to use the rudder pedals controls how fast that fan is going. But once you get above a certain airspeed, then it's kind of stabilized, and then it can fly more like an airplane. So it's an interesting whoa, look at this. Very cool. Haven't flown a chopper for ages, Iceberg. And the crazy thing is you can stop, you know, you can stop and land on top of a building. Let's go try to land over at where I jumped off from when I was a kid. Oh, watch out. Watch out for that flying and outside view shenanigans. Especially with a chopper, I'm gonna have trouble, you know. Especially from if you're not looking at it directly from behind. We can go visit that island there. This is awesome. And it's crazy that people give this stuff out for free, right? I think they're talking to Microsoft, and I think that there's the Bell 1, right? They have it here in the Museum of Modern Art, and one of them hanging from the ceiling in the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. The Bell 1, I think, is the first helicopter that is kind of an official helicopter in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, watch out. Very powerful chopper, this. It doesn't have a lot of trouble climbing here. And I can feel her want to twist when you slow down. It's weird, I thought that our helo pilots, the pilot always in the right hand side, not the left. It's like the opposite from airplanes. Okay, Pedra Bonita is gonna be to the left here of this big rock. One of the visually stunning classic landscape features of Rio de Janeiro. Stand by. Whoa. Whoa, okay. And here you go, this is where Pedra Bonita's right. I think they painted something on the mountain over there. Look at that. I think it's right here to the left, to our left. That's where they jump with the hang gliders and then they land on the beach down in São Conrado. So let's try to land there, or just fly by it. I don't want to crash straight away. Right there. That's where they jump. That spot right there. There's a couple of spots, I think. There's Pedra Bonita is the whole thing, but there's a couple of spots. So basically, you jump. Let's do it. We jump from right here, and then you fly over the golf club. You might fly over Rocinha if you want to go far, if you get some of the updrafts, and you land down in São Conrado down there. Okay, watch out for that 150 knots. Dangerous. I think you jump from here, not from there. It might have been somewhere different. It's been a few years. I don't remember exactly, but maybe it wasn't Pedra Bonita. Maybe it was a different one. You may be right. All right, let's land in São Conrado. There's usually some big buildings here. Copy that, Iceberg. Are you with me? Let's see. RCY Priano out there. Let's attempt to land on the beach here. If I can land this thing. It handles quite nicely. Handles quite nicely. Oh. A little bit hard, but 84 feet per minute. Oh, it still picks up the landing rig guesses. That's funny. So, first flight on the, what is it, an H-135 Airbus. In Rio de Janeiro, we got a US Navy skin. One, two, boss! Futura Light. Shout out to Futura Light. I was just visiting his stream. He was playing some Elite Dangerous, I believe. Let's check that out. Thank you so much, Futura Light. That is awesome of you to come by. Had a good EDC stream. We have a Elite Dangerous master here in the form of Sheepa talking. Thanks so much for the raid. Welcome everybody. I'm Hypertexthero. I call myself Hypertexthero. My name is Simon. I like flying all types of flight simulators. We're currently in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, where I lived for a while when I was a kid. Trying for the first time this H135 Airbus chopper that we're seeing right here. And we're gonna keep flying here. Icebird is gonna join us soon a bit. How are you, Futura Light? An excellent friend of the stream here. Good taste in typography. Good taste in video games. We've got Templar 901. It's an awesome quad raid. We've got Tim Palin. It's an awesome quad raid. We've got Blessy. It's a normal course raid. Thank you so much. I will go back and say check out all of your... If you are a streamer, I'll come and give you a follow. If you're not, maybe I'll give you a follow anyway. Thanks so much for dropping by. Yeah, I did. We had some bad news here this afternoon, but I'm just trying to keep it real and some bad news from IRL. But I just want to keep it joyful here on the stream, and we're gonna keep flying Rio de Janeiro. Let's see if Icebird is here. Here he comes. Let's go follow Icebird into this landing. He's gonna take us to a landing up to Pedra Bonita, I think. Is he in an airplane now? I still see you as an airplane, Icebird. Maybe it's because of the livery you're using. I don't know if you're in a chopper. Yeah, thanks so much for the raid, man. This is awesome. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, okay, let's go back to the outside view. I'm not very familiar with flying these choppers. Okay, here's Icebird. Let's try to get close. You're still showing up as a little airplane instead of the helicopter. Maybe it's because you have a custom livery and then it... but I assume it would show you... Or maybe you are flying the helicopter, let's see. Nope, still the... That's so weird, huh? Not sure what's going on there. Is it a different version of the helicopter or something? A beautiful city. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. My brother lives there, sending love to him during these rough times with the COVID and everything, you know. It's pretty rampant in Brazil right now. It's been a mess the world over. Whoa, okay. Oh no. Yeah, I'm doing all right. You know, just from my partner's side of the family, we had some bad news today, and so our trip to Seattle next week is unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, canceled. Still there won't be any streaming, but we're gonna go to Michigan instead. And that's life. If you take every day you get up, it's gonna be a good day because life's short. You have to keep to appreciate every single day. I like to live my life that way, and I feel privileged and honored for this raid here from Futura Light and yesterday Flying Fabio. All very welcome. And I hope you're having fun with whatever video games you're playing, whatever flight simulators you're playing, whether you like the full real ones or you like arcade mode. I love both. Did Icebird... Are you hiding there, Icebird? Oh, there he goes. I think now you're in a chopper. I think you're in a chopper now. Stand by. Stand by, Icebird. Let me get close to you. Yep, you're in an H135. Maybe you had to restart or something for me to see it. Wow, you're in the weeds there though, huh? It's like pretending like you're flying a Huey. It's another good book, a Chicken Hawk by a Huey pilot in Vietnam. We got some helicopters coming out. I have the Mil-Me 24. I forget what it stands for, but it's a classic helicopter. Usually the foe in the movies I like in the Rambos. I mean, they pretend it's a Hind, but it's actually like I think, I don't know, a Black Hawk or some other helicopter with some paper mache stuff stuck to the side so that it looks like a hind or like rockets and stuff. But that's coming out for DCS, the Mi-24 Hind soon. And here you go, Iceberg, a little formation flying with choppers. In Rio de Janeiro. Iceberg taking us up to where I jumped from as a younger man, where I jumped from in the strap to the back of underneath this hang glider, and then we landed at the beach down there. Pretty crazy thing. I think it was here, Iceberg. I think it was right here that I jumped from. You see where that light green light there? I think it was from there that I jumped. And I think there's another platform a little bit higher on Pedra Bonita here. Alright, let's try to land on the top here, and then we can use the drone view to see. There's a bit of turbulence here. I can feel the turbulence. Stand by. Quite a bit of turbulence here, wow. It's tricky. Helicopters and mountains can be tricky, you know. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh! Alright, I couldn't get the second landing, alright. Let's just go and meet Iceberg. I won't take... I'll just start in the air here. I'm sorry about that. That's what you get for going full real without reading the manual. Roll the sad music. Alright, we'll just go and drop in right on where Iceberg is. There's Jacarepaguá. Here's Christ the Redeemer. He's gonna be around here, I think. And we're gonna go fly. Yeah, I'm doing alright, no? It wasn't too bad for a first try. I mean, I've flown sims for a while, so I remember the helicopters. I remember the difficulty when you're hovering, and especially, but I've never flown them in one like in a flight simulator that models wind like Microsoft Flight Simulator does. So close to those mountain tops, you know, where there's can be a lot of updraft, downdraft, turbulence. Tricky to get this thing stable for landing. All right, let's see, where am I? Julianos, EJC Junior, and Fuller, everyone is out there. Let's move this chopper. We're out here too now. Let's see, I think I went, okay, we're over Barra da Tijuca here, just over the Lagoa, so Iceberg is gonna be over towards there. There he is. We can try one more time. Cut power when you die. Oh, watch out, watch out. I'm at red here. I don't want to blow up. I think the closest I've played as a simulator is Arma 2 and 3. Even the flying cruise can be a bit for me. Yeah, Arma is a surprisingly high fidelity. The helicopters, the way they feel, and the jets. They, you know, it's a soldier simulator, but once you get into those choppers, they feel really good and they're tough to fly. They're I play Arma with friends a couple of times a week, Futura Light. If you want to join us sometime, we play this mod called Anti-Stasi, where you're a guerrilla force trying to get a couple of armies that are fighting each other away from your homeland, and it's fun. We play often. It varies more these days. Once in the weekend, often Sundays, and then usually Tuesday or Thursday, sometimes Friday. It's my friend runs a dedicated server that where's Iceberg? Let's try to land here without crashing this time. Opa! Oh, 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 oh. Opa! Very tricky, very tricky. Iceberg knows how to fly this thing. Look at that. Look at him go. Go. Slow, just those skids just brushing against the grass there, doing a little helo dance here, a little helicopter dance here. There's a bit of rubber banding going on with a network connection, but that's to be expected. All right, let's try to put her down here. Dancing a little bit of samba, dancing a little bit of samba bossa nova over here with helicopters though. Should here, let me. I'm gonna put her down. I just want to be able to put her down, so I know I can do it. Stand by. Stand by. I want to get to answer your question in the chat too. So let me just put her down here. There you go. Tim Pollum says, "Do you have a go-to aircraft as you fly in the sim?" I do. It's a BN2 Islander. It's Opa, Don Chiaka, how are you doing, man? Tudo bem? Tutto bene? You're from Torino, right? Hypertexthero.com/Islander. That's my go-to airplane right there. That link to answer your question. Tim Palm. Fantastic. Iceberg coming in, the person who introduced me to this helicopter. If you want to see him fly him, go give him a follow. He flies this and he flies gliders. Iceberg for all. Alright, let's see. Did I miss anything here on the chat? You be down for it? Alright, man. Just send me a friend request on Twitch so I don't forget. Or I'll send you one after this. Let me make a note of it here. I'll write down Futura Light Arma. And here, let me try to give you a better view here while this is a Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's a free helicopter called the H-135 that this gentleman here introduced me to, Iceberg for All introduced me to. And we're playing Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's the sun. It's a civilian flight sim. I'll give a shout out to Dante At. I met him the other day while I was playing War Thunder. You know, whatever flies, I will. If a video game has something that flies, preferably an airplane or a helicopter, I will play it. I love flying things. Even I'll fly something. If you take, like, if you go to the kitchen and you grab like a pan, and you use it as a frisbee, and you make a video game about pan tops, I'll play that too. It's an add-on and it's free. Here, let me get the link here that Iceberg put on the chat. Let me find it. Where did it go? Where did it go? I'll just out tab here and I'll put it in H-135, I think. And we go to the English version. It is this helicopter right here. You're doing too much for me. Hey, my pleasure, man. I'm not doing too much for anyone. It's my pleasure to share the love. You've been flying the A32NX mod. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. There's so much coming out for this game. My latest thing is the door's open. Let's check it out. There's so much coming out for this game. How do you open the doors? You click on them? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. Let's go check a look of the drone camera. Let me pause track IR so I don't go crazy here. Config on your tablet or direct, huh? How did I add the BN2 on Neofly? I'll show you. Give me 1 second. Let me just take a look at this door here. Cool. Cool chopper. Okay, this is how you add the BN2 on Neofly, okay? The Airbus A310 in Neo, but closer to reality than the default one in Microsoft Flight Simulator. You mean like this airplane, the chopper? Yeah, I haven't even tried the jets because I'm not a huge fan of big, complicated jets. I'm a fan of general aviation aircraft, so that's what I generally play. But here, I'll show you. I'll fire up Neofly, okay, and I'll show you how to add. Basically, you can download the manual and it'll tell you there, but I'll show you here. If you'll have a little bit of now, door is off. You mean like the door can come off the thing? Oh my god, look at that. It models you removing the door. Is it like for like to like, you know, put some big cargo over there? Oh, look at that. The back opens. That's pretty cool. You have a baggage compartment in the back. You know, I have to carry these VIPs and they have all this baggage that who knows what the heck they're carrying with them to go play golf, you know, their golf clubs and stuff. So I'm not surprised that you're gonna need some baggage. In New York City, it is 3:45 p.m. Okay, who asked me? It was Chu Pernas. This is how you do it. You go to settings right here. This is how you add an airplane. You come down here to aircraft. You type in the name of the airplane you wanna add over here, and then you open a Microsoft Flight Simulator, and to the plane details about the plane, and you put here type, prop, turboprop, or jet. You put how many engines. You put the qualification to fly it, range, payload, passenger, cruise speed, fuel, takeoff, empty weight, and once you've filled all that out, you click this button here, save aircraft in the database. But first you put names here. You do the name of the airplane there, and this name here has to be the exact name of the basic livery. Okay, so it'll be Black Box Simulation BN2 Islander. I forget. It has to be the same exact name. Okay, and then it'll be in the market. It won't be in your hangar. You just can't. You still have to buy it in the sim unless you're playing with arcade mode or the easy mode on, and then it'll be in your sim. And I think you have to restart Microsoft Flight Simulator and you have to restart Neofly, if I remember right, to add it. Imagine the cocaine you can stuff in their pizza. You can switch on your pilot clicking on the buckle. Really? Okay, let's check it out. Stand by. Well, my pleasure, and I'll be happy to if you have trouble, just feel free to message me. I'll help you out. All right. Okay. Where am I here? Okay. So let's close the door. Click, 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 click. You can click on the seatbelt to toggle your pilot. Ooh, cool. All right. That's interesting. I think I'll leave. Whoa. I think I'll leave my pilot off because otherwise I'm gonna feel like I'm in a Total Recall here or something. All right. I'm gonna take off, Iceburn. I'm gonna take off from outside view. Okay, let's go land. Let's go fly by Cristo Redentor. How about that? Yeah, I know. It's let's go. Oh. Alright, let's go. Let's go fly by Cristo Redentor. What time is it? It is 3:48 in the afternoon here in New York City. In Rio de Janeiro, it's probably about an hour and a half ahead. Let's go fly fast by the beach. And I'll take you over to São Conrado, Barra da Tijuca right here. Used to be a wonderful seafood restaurant there. It was called Farol, but I think it's probably been closed for many years. It's been so many years I've been there. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing, you know, for a free mod. I mean, to be frank with you, I'm not a huge fan of airplanes that have all digital. They have the glass cockpits. They also slow down the sim a little bit. I prefer dial. I like older airplanes with gauges and stuff. But it's awesome that this is available and it's for free, you know. I'm more of a Huey pilot. Does helicopter have trim? Do I have trim on this? I'm trying to trim her down now a little bit. Oh, thanks, Dante. Yeah, I try to keep some good grooves going here. I'm continuously looking for new music that I can stream. It's a constant search. Hey, Foxy, how you doing? I think Galaxia gifted you a sub there, so your name should be down there yesterday, very kindly. I'm doing all right. You can call me Text or Hyper if you want hero. Everyone is a hero, I think, in their own way. Icebird's behind us here. There he is. Flying in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, where my brother lives. He's a hero too. And so is his daughter, his son, other people who are close to him, and the wonderful people of this wonderful city. Many heroes live here too. This is Botafogo. This is Ipanema, where the girl from Ipanema, famous song by Tom Jobim, that Frank Sinatra sang the English version to, was written about walking around on this beach here. I would like to donate a few bits, but I don't have money. Oh, don't worry, man. Your presence is more than enough. There's no need to give bits. There you go. Speaking of bits, thanks so much, Foxy Ginger. I appreciate it. The lights are turning on. The Iceberg is still with us here. The sun is setting. We're gonna go up to Cristo Redentor, a statue given to the Brazilian people by the French people. A beautiful statue, correct? A symbol of Rio de Janeiro, a symbol of Brazil, really, the statue. And it's up on this hill overlooking this gorgeous city. The Bahia de Guanabara over there, many songs written about this city. It is a very inspiring place to visit. And the wonderful food. Here we have examined art 853 in what appears to be a Cessna 152. You can switch off the overhead sunglass. Oh yeah? Oh cool, let's try that. Click, 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 click. I don't want to crash, but let's just look around Cristo Redentor for a bit. Let's try to hover here. Maybe I can land by him. Let's try to land by Cristo Redentor. Alright, and look at this city. It's just a gorgeous city. Click at the middle console in the middle. Okay. This thing here. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about it now, Iceberg, because I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna try to land here by Cristo Redentor first. Okay, let's try to hover. There's usually a little bit of turbulence. Yeah, first land is always a good idea, right? And we have some bossa nova playing in the background, courtesy of I'll tell you in a second. The credits are in the end of the stream. A bit of sacrilegious here, perhaps. I mean, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, but tourists, everybody out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. We're gonna land. Out of the way, tourists. Out of the way, everybody. We're gonna try to land here. This is gonna be tricky. This is gonna be tricky, Iceberg. There is quite a bit of turbulence here. It is a gorgeous statue, isn't it? You know, the French make all the best statues, you know. I mean, the French, the Greek, the Italians, they're pretty good at what they do. The Statue of Liberty. And there goes Iceberg, landing right in front of us. An applause for Iceberg. Cover your ears, Iceberg. Cover your ears, Iceberg. Here's the applause. Oh, Rio's beautiful. My brother lives there. If you ever go, let me know. I can give you a contact. I lived for 2 years in this city. I was very lucky when I was a young kid. All right, let's try again. Let's try to really slow down here. I'm flying on. I was silly to try full real settings for this, which is tricky to keep her, you know, to keep this helicopter behaving herself. And I'm just having a hell of a time to Try to keep her steady here. Let's try it from the outside view. It's hard to see from the inside view too. Let's just try it from the outside view. And let's try to land on this platform here. Hopefully the tourists realize that, you know, and the locals as well. You know, the locals love to come up here too. It's a beautiful view. You get a little tram and you go up there. You might get some biscoitos globo. You might have some bijou. You might have some pão de queijo. You might have some churros. You might have a lot of different cool, lovely foods that you can eat. And you can get them and go up and then eat up there. All right, here you go. At least the rear propeller is covered, you know. Otherwise, we'd really have a big problem here. All right, a little bit forward, and let's layer down. Let's layer down. Hey, Foxy, yeah, my 10-year-old is in live with a Brazilian girl. You mean like live on the internet? That's stand by. Okay, let's take a look now. Oh, an iceberg is up there with the light on. Look at that. Look at this view. It is one of the beautiful places, one of the beautiful cities in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Wonderful to see here. Iceberg having us install this free helicopter, an H-135 Airbus. And my brother lives down there. See that thing over here? My brother, I mean, he works down there. He lives far over there. There's the Lagoa do Botafogo. Odd name for a neighborhood. Put fire on it. Botafogo. And there's the classic Baía de Guanabara, the Bay of Guanabara. And that there is Sugarloaf, where Roger Moore fought that big guy with the metal teeth and Moonraker, and one of the James Bonds. And we have Antonio Carlos Jobim Airport over there, or otherwise known as Santos Dumont, I think. One of two airports in Rio de Janeiro. We have Galeão, which is further away. The Light of Jesus. No, it's a helicopter. Yeah. It's not. It's just a chopper, okay. Fantastic. Look at this. Look at icebergs flying here. Wonderful. Really wonderful. Oh, and over there, ladies and gentlemen, right below Icebird's helicopter is, I think it's still the largest. Ooh, I pressed the wrong button. Stand by. I think it's still the largest stadium, soccer stadium, futebol, if you're Brazilian, the largest stadium in the world. Right there is Maracanã, where Pelé played, Maradona, a lot of famous soccer players obviously have played over there. Huge stadium. I once went to my first ever concert over there, rock concert, Rock in Rio 2, Rock in Rio 2 with my brother. We watched Guns N' Roses, we watched Megadeth, we watched Judas Priest, we watched Metallica. Oh, he's in love with a Brazilian girl? Hey, that's, you know, it happens. He's 10 years old? And already in love, huh? Hey, it can start early. Icebird heading to Maracanã. Okay, let's go to Maracanã. Let's go land in Maracanã. Ladies and gentlemen, full power. Let's get our head back in the helicopter here. A beautiful city. I miss it very much. Great food. Did I mention that already? Wow. Did I miss anyone in the chat? Just shout. Say, hey, you didn't answer me. Oh, here it goes. Oh, shit. Watch out. Don't. I'm watching the chat now. So in Italy, the Cristo Redentore mountain, we call it pan de zucchero, in English, sugar bread. Yeah, that's not that mountain though. The Cristo Redentore is in one mountain. The Pão de Açúcar is in a different one. It's not the same one. That one has the bondinho. It has like a car out. It's that mountain over there. See, that's the one. That's the Pão de Açúcar. The Cristo Redentore is something. It's not in Pão de Açúcar. But let's go see Maracanã now. But it's a very common misconception, you know, because you see that mountain, you think Pão de Açúcar or Cristo Redentore, one of the two things in Brazil. And here comes Iceberg of his H135 Hilo into Maracanã Stadium. I also watched Eric Clapton here once. He came to Brazil. So a lot of famous soccer, football matches, and a lot of famous music artists on this stadium too. And look at how Iceberg flies that chopper. He is in total control of this machine. I find this 3 days ago. The first thing I wrote was a song about dwarf and holes. Well, you were talking about Valheim, right? I play Valheim too. I haven't played it for a while, but in Maracanã, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't look really like what Maracanã does, but looks all right for not having had the whole treatment, right? Stand by, Futura Light. I'll read it as soon as I land this thing. Trying to land from the outside view here. I find it a little easier. Alright, let's just put her down. Let's put her down. Let's put her down a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. And let's touch down here gently. There you go. You have the landing race guys for the helicopter too, which is interesting. All right, let me see. What was the question? Was there a question? I particularly remember you said that you played Elite Dangerous. Is that correct? That is correct. That's where I meet Shipa. The person who said it is correct over there. One of the moderators of this channel. A very kind gentleman from the Netherlands, and that's where I met Shipa in game in Elite Dangerous. And I've played Elite Dangerous since the beginning, since it was not since the Kickstarter, but since it was a premium beta. So I have a lifetime pass for Elite to all the updates. I've enjoyed what I played of Odyssey. You know, there's some bugs, but I think Odyssey is a first step to greater things. Here's Iceberg coming into land too in Maracanã. On the simulator months ago in Brazil map, there was an inexplicable bug that made a huge chasm. Yeah, they have a few of those. There's one in Japan. Because this game, okay, let's go try to land one of those buildings in the center, Iceberg. This game, it's based on OpenStreetMap's data, and if there's a bug in that data, like it had a building of like that was 200 stories in a small neighborhood in Australia somewhere, I think. So if there's a bug in OpenStreetMap's data, it's going to appear in the game. It's, you know, like put an extra 0 there. You're going to have 200 floors instead of 50. If you set your time tonight... Yeah, well, Shipa has a lot of hours. I have quite a few, not as many as Shipa. Wonderful green light in the cockpit if I turn to nighttime. I'll check it out later. I don't want to mess with the time right now because I like to keep a real time. But I'm going to go try to land on a building, alright? Iceberg, here I go. Full power. A little bit forward on the collective, on the cyclic. This is the cyclic. The collective is the throttle of the helicopter. The cyclic is like a left, right. So this thing here is the cyclic, I think. And this thing here is the collective. If I remember right from my Jane's Longbow 2 days. You have to turn on overhead pane. Okay, no problem. Let's go. Okay. Oh, you have to turn it on. Okay. Overhead pane. All right. I'll check it out. Let me do a landing first, unless it's easy. Here you go. Land. I'm gonna turn all the lights on. On. Cabin. On. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna see it better with night, but I think I've turned all the lights on now. But do you do another job besides this one, the streamer? Oh, this is not, I mean, if I could live somewhere that I made, you know, like 25 cents a day and survive, this would be my job. But right now, it's a hobby, you know, I'm starting out. It would be nice if it was my job one day, but I'm nowhere near that. I'm a graphic designer by trade. I was a web developer years ago. I'm basically a jack of all trades. I do a lot of different things, but mainly graphic design, visual design, illustration. Oh, look at that building there. But I haven't. You can land by Santos Dumont and watch the planes, or maybe this building here. Let's see. We can each land on one of these two tall buildings here, and last year with the pandemic here, I used to work at Columbia University, and with the pandemic at Columbia University, you know, the classes stopped. There were no more events, so job over. So luckily, I've been getting some unemployment while I'm looking for other jobs. And I got a freelance job due to a kind friend who I used to work with in Rome at the beginning of the year that kept me going. But yeah, streaming I think for a living is hard unless you move somewhere that's really cheap. Right now I live in New York City. I don't know how long we're gonna be here. Here, Iceberg, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have space to land right next to you where you are, but let's try it. Crazy building, huh? Yeah, Elite is I don't mind streaming Elite, but I think it would be fun to do it together with other people, like us do missions together and stuff like that. I think I actually think it's a very conducive game to stream because there's a lot of downtime if if you're doing like, you know, just delivery runs and stuff. Frame rate's getting worse here, but then you know you have to, yeah, if you don't talk much, streaming is a lot of it is about talking. I know streamers that don't talk at all, that even have a camera and are pretty successful apparently, but go. Oh, okay, it's a little hard, but I'll take it. 422. But a lot of it is about the talking for most people, so it's not easy to do it if you're not gonna talk, I think, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm a total amateur. I'm learning here. I'm gonna look at chat now. Yeah, go ahead and recommend a stream, Futura. Well, obviously, Shipa is a boss here too. If he says okay, it's okay. Let's see, what else? With what knob? Oh, not now. With the knob, you can change the brightness. Okay, let's go check that in a second. You want to become an aeronautical engineer? Awesome. I think there's streamers who are aeronautical engineers. I can't remember the name of one right now, but there's all sorts of people who. There was a guy playing Microsoft Flight Simulator that was an aeronautical engineer. I don't remember his name, and I think he stopped streaming. It's been a while. But thank you, Funcho Advisor streamer, do a lot of engineers. That is Brazilian as well. Goes by his name Gabi Agura. Should be seen. Check her channel out. Okay, I'll check her out right now. Let's go give you know, I don't mind, I guess, spreading the love here. Gabi Agura Twitch. And I always like to balance it out to have more here, I'll give her a follow right now and check her out later, okay? To spread out the love and give more this is what I'm listening to, by the way, in case you're interested. And always good to find streamers from around the world. There's also a searchlight on the chopper. Let me turn it on, Iceberg. Let's see how do you turn this on? Let's see. Okay, let's take a look at this chopper. Let's check out the brightness over here. Fuzz burn, what's that? Engine fire tap, lamp test, standby. Oh, here we go, brightness, right? Let's try nice bright and green. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Oh, nice, yeah. It almost looks like a fighter jet, this thing. Pretty bright there. Cool green lighting. Reminds me of a fighter jet. I'll turn down the green a little bit. You have to map it with the magnets or so, not AU buttons. Okay. So there's no button for the searchlight. You have to map it, huh? You can check it out right now. Controls. I'll do the keyboard. Can I say searchlight? Gonna go light, or do I have to do something special because it's a custom helicopter? Cabin lights, power setting, power pedestal lights. Wing lights for an often increased mixture 3 for move up. Okay, interesting. I would actually love fighter planes in this because I like shooty games. But Apollo, but oh, there you go. Got it. Searchlight is on. That was just a light, and you can move it too. I won't do the move it thing now, but oh, mixture. Let's get a little closer and see. There was Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator. I didn't spend much time on it, but it was fun, you know. I wonder if Microsoft would do a combat flight simulator again. I don't know. I think they might be a little concerned. Spins parts. Yeah, I mean, I don't care if you put like paintballs in the plane. That'll be fine for me, you know. I would love to have let's try the mixture to see if it moves the searchlight. Maybe it's moving, I'm not sure. Okay, not strong. Okay, copy that. This is awesome, Iceberg. Thanks for showing this to me. Alright. Very cool. A free chopper. Look at all these buttons. Wow. Here in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna go fly to where my brother lives. Land near his house. And then we're gonna go raid someone. Okay, I don't care if I would love it if Microsoft Flight Simulator put a mod that you fire paintballs in planes. That would be fine. Just to have the dogfight. You don't have to blow anything up. Paintballs will be fine. And that reminds me, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, good afternoon, Wild Craze. How are you doing? Nice to see you play some Assassin's Creed Valhalla earlier. I would love the video game I'm most looking forward to out of all video games right now. Thanks, Iceberg. Have a good night. Thanks so much for showing me the chopper. I finally installed it, huh? But I'll tell you right now, my favorite video game that I've ever that I'm looking forward to the most right now. I don't know if you ever, I don't know if you have ever played a Kerbal Space Program. It's by the developer of Kerbal Space Program, who is also a Brazilian guy, an incredibly talented person. Okay. And he's working on something called Balsa Model Flight Simulator. Okay, it's gonna be a ways off now because now they're changing publishers, I think. But I played a beta of this, and it is an amazing game. You build the airplane, and this will be for Danteaca. If you want to be an aeronautical engineer, this will be the game for you. Put this in your wish list. Check out Balsa Model Flight Sim by Felipe Falanghi, aka Harvester, an incredibly talented person who made Kerbal Space Program. That is on the top of my list of video games that I want to play. All right, and I'm gonna take off and go to land my brother's house. Full power. Flying over Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. We'll do another pass by here. I'll show you where. Let's do a pass by Bondinho, otherwise known as Sugarloaf, Pão de Açúcar. Microsoft and Asobo haven't done the world pass on this, so it doesn't look as good as it could. Like you don't have the Bondinho there, you don't have the actual, the famous little, I don't know what those things are called in English, I forget. Herbal is a nice game, but sometimes it's high as fuck on build crack things. Well, you can do the same thing on, you can get high and you can build crazy planes in Balsa too. They might not fly, that's the problem, you know. I managed to build one that flies in one of my earliest streams. My first stream was the Balsa Model Flight Simulator beta. I was very lucky to get on that beta because, I'm one of the only people who managed to play it. It was a closed beta. You had to ask, I think it was a closed beta. You had to ask, what's going on with my chopper here? I'm having some trouble. Stand by. I think it's trimmed wrong. Or maybe there's a strong wind coming. Yeah, there's something wrong with my chopper right now. I don't know what's going on, but we're just going to keep going until we can. Be sure to bring some six-packs if you're going to your brother's. Yeah. Yeah, as long as I bring some magic bear, some magic gummy bears will work too. But look at that, it's getting it's pulling up a lot. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm too fast. There's something going crazy now with the chopper. Maybe it's a strong wind. Command Alvino 13 out there. Rio de Janeiro, wonderful city. We're gonna pass by the Cristo Redentor one more time, then we're gonna cut off over Botafogo to the beach. We'll fly up north on south of Barra da Tijuca to Recreio, and we'll land around there on the beach in Recreio, maybe. You know, I miss churrasco as well. Brazilian barbecue is one of the best in the world, along the Argentinians. In my next life, I'll be vegetarian. In this one, I have to admit, I enjoy. I grew up. I was born in the south of Brazil, so I got the taste for blood. Although these days I eat a lot of Impossible burgers, and I only eat meat from local farmers. I don't get mass-produced meat because I don't want the animals to be mistreated. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Cristo Redentor. It's getting nighttime here. It is time to land. It's time for us to go and raid someone else. We'll just get over to Tranquil Hawk 408 in that direction. This chopper is having some issue that it's really pulling back right now. I don't know if I turn on an autopilot or if I trimmed her way back. It keeps wanting to pull back. We might have to land before. What time is it? Oh, it's 4:16. We're gonna have to leave it here. I'm gonna have to land at my brother's a little later, especially if this chopper issues. But if you have I think Grantiger Martin yesterday had a suggestion for someone to raid. Let's see if that person is on. If I remember, I wrote down somewhere. But here, let's land on the beach, okay? But some issue the chopper, she keeps pulling back. And look at that lighting. Which vehicle do you hate the most as an opponent on War Thunder? For me, it's... Hey, in R3, it's overpowered. Alright. Hey, I'll give you a tip, Danteaco, okay? Don't swear so much, and... I mean, I don't mind swearing, you know, but the Nightbot might come in and filter you out. But also, if you swear less, the next when you do it, then it's powerful. Okay, I mean, you know, Jimmy Boss comes in and he uses some some choice words once in a while. But also, if you get very angry at an airplane, it'll be worse when they kill you, right? I don't have an answer to that because I haven't played War Thunder enough to really hate any airplane. I just you know, if I get shot down, it's you know, good shot. Next, I don't dwell on it. But now I have the spot on. Do you know what's going on, Icebird, with that my helicopter keeps pulling back now? It's like once in a while it pitches straight up. Is that something I'm doing wrong? Now it feels a little better. Maybe I was flying too fast. Too fast. Okay, copy that. That's what I was thinking, maybe. All right, here we go. And what is an R3, Dante? I don't know what an R3 is. I'm only at tier 2 in War Thunder, so I don't have a lot of airplanes that I've faced, really. I do pretty good against the Spitfires because they're quite fragile. So Spitfires probably hate me in War Thunder. People flying Spitfires. But yeah, no. I'll tell you the planes that, I mean, hate's a strong word, but the planes that I really get concerned about playing World War II flight simulators, the Focke-Wulf 190. If I see someone flying a Focke-Wulf 190, I'm like, oh man, here we go, you know, because that's one little squirt of the trigger, boom, such a heavily armed airplane. Good night, Dante. Have a good night. Thanks for dropping in the stream. All right. Take it easy. Don't let War Thunder keep you up at night. It's good to come to play some civilian flight simulators once in a while after. And that's the thing with P versus P games too, you know, they can be annoying because someone can keep blowing you up, keep griefing you. So I prefer P versus C. As I get older, I prefer P versus C. You know, I used to play a lot of PvP and sometimes get mad and stuff, and I felt better when I stopped getting mad and just chilling out. Tranquil Hawk 408 tranquilly landing over there somewhere. There's nice clouds over here. And I hope you have a wonderful Thursday, Dante. Okay. Very nice. It feels good to fly a chopper. Thanks for encouraging me, Icebird. And we're approaching the beach near where my... Yep, we're almost there. Approaching the beach where my brother lives at. Say Creo. And then I'm going to land. And if you have a suggestion for someone to go raid, go ahead and say it now. We'll say hi. Otherwise, I'm gonna go and look, spend a little time looking, and go say hi. Whoa. Beautiful beaches here. Amazing thing in Rio too is that the sun rises from the water. Always an amazing thing to see. Yeah, I don't know how my brother does it. He works all over the city. He spends a lot of time in cars. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I mean, there's tricks. There's different places you can head to. But I did a year and a half of driving through heavy traffic, about an hour and a half each way every day in Italy. And after that, I was like, never again. I'm done. I'm only going to drive in Grand Theft Auto because then I can pull out a machine gun and shoot at the cars in front, you know, if there's traffic, or pull out the rocket launcher. If I'm going to do it in real life, you know, I don't have that option, so I rather avoid it. Brazil, yeah, Rio has loads of beach, man. And this one that we're flying over is all protected. There's no buildings here. This is the Lagoa. It's a protected nature zone here. And at the end of it, you have Recreio dos Bandeirantes, which is one of the first, pretty much the furthest beach from downtown Rio. And my brother lives down here. Almost there. A little bit further. And you can have agua de coco, coconut water, you know, not the fake one that you buy packaged. A real coconut. They cut it with a machete, and then they cut a little side of it that you can use for a spoon afterwards. When you're done, you give it back to them, and they cut the whole thing open. Then you can spoon out the coconut inside. And the coconut water is the only thing other than water that quenches first as much as water that I know. An amazing thing. Opa. Almost there. Alright, and now we're getting here. This is it. Right around here. You know, buildings look off, but it's right around here. Posto 2, I think. Posto 3, around there. We're just gonna land right here. Oh! Just a light little touch. Minus 530 is pretty strong. Let's see if I can, yeah, let's go raid someone who's out there. I'm gonna leave you with an outside view here while I in Recreio dos Bandeirantes. Hey, and here comes Icebird for joining in for one more. Fantastic. Who's out there? Let's take a look. Let us take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Who is playing Microsoft Flight Simulator? And while we're doing that, we'll run the outro. Let's do this. Let me add a display capture here in the outro. Let me put it all the way down so that it doesn't cover everything else. And let's see, Twitch, did I turn off the music? Where's the music? I should turn on the music again. We'll put some more bossa. I'll just put it around here. Thank you, Futura. Good spot to live. Oh yeah. If you want to visit sometime, Shipa, you know, let's stay in touch and let's see. I mean, I can't wait to go back. It's been almost 20 years. It's crazy, you know. Alright, let's go down to the bottom and let's see who's out there. I'm stealing this idea from Fabio. Alright. The Flying Fabio, he did this yesterday and he rated me. It was amazing. Chipa came in of all the with all the cheers. Galactic came in of the gift subscriptions. A wonderful day. Alright, got a Flying Doctor up there. Who else do we have? Bush trips with Big Panard Français. I'll try to stick with English. Thank you, Iceberg. Thanks, Shipa. I will see you again tomorrow if you want to drop by. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. And it is my pleasure. Thanks so much, Icebird, for this helicopter. All right. Yeah, greets to your partner as well. Thank you, Wild Craze. Have a good evening. Who is out there? Pilot W9, we back. It's like a bright airplane. There's me. I think we're gonna go back down to the bottom there, and we're gonna go to that Flying Doctor. OMDB LTBA. Turkish. Oh, Turkish. I don't know Turkish, so. Smooth Imperial. Maybe this guy. Take a look. Yeah, what's that?
Right,
Flying a C5 Galaxy? Let's do it. Alright. Stealing this idea from the Flying Fabio and learn a lot from that gentleman. Smooth Imperial. Let's go and say hi. Imperial Smooth. Keeping smooth.
I don't know how to make it go any lower.
I'm Hypertexthero. You're all heroes.
You know,
Welcome
so
to hyperspace. See you tomorrow.
300
Peace
feet,
out.
Man. Look, there's no one out here, dude. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere. You don't believe me? Look. That's where I am. I've come a long way since Elko. When I left Elko in this little tiny propeller plane. Off a web, you know, on a big adventure. Hey! Party of 7. Welcome, welcome. Just doing some test streaming. Playing some Flight Simulator 2020. Thanks for dropping by, yeah? I got raided, no way. Woohoo! You guys rock! Do you have a collective name? What was your